Yo, yo, yo. What's up with my YouTube family? It's Cowboy coming at you, man. As you can see, I'm in the spot. I'm not up in the hideout. I'm down in the hideout. Hanging out at Montrez, man. So what we doing today, Cowboy? Well, it's LCA time, folks. And Cowboy is about to smoke this cigar. This is the June LCA joint from Provider. Good looking cigar we got here, man. We got a 6x50 Toro. And this cigar comes from the AJ Fernandez factory in collaboration with the Cigar Clowns out of New York, if I'm not mistaken, along with LCA. And the name of this cigar is called the Ronald, or the Ron, as I've heard a couple people say. So Cowboy gonna get into this thing, man, and we gonna smoke this June LCA, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I think. Like I say, it's a decent looking cigar, man. Very nice looking, man. Veiny cigar, a very nice brown hue to it, nicely packed. Got a little shininess to it on that cap. Looks to be a double cap, maybe it's a triple cap. What's a good looking stick, man? I'm getting cedar and hay. That's about it on the outside wrapper. Sweet tea, coffee, sweet tobacco, and a little cocoa there on the foot. Pretty nice. But it's a nice feel to this Toro, man. I'm really digging the bands, man, that are coming on these LCA sticks, man. This band has got a lot of information on it, man. It's not too overpowering, but it's got just enough on it, man, to make it interesting. So, big talk about this stick, man. Limited cigar release. Like I say, I'm here at Montrez Cigar Lounge in St. Louis. If you guys are interested in the LCA sticks, we are home of the LCA sticks for Provider right here. Come and get them. They are at limited release. There are not a lot of them here, so if you want to get your hands on it after Cowboy smokes it, come on out. Don't wait for me to smoke it and tell you about it. Try it for yourself. We're going to do an OV cut on this thing, man. I ain't going to mess around. We're going to get into this. We're going to cut him up. We're going to light him up. We're going to smoke him up. Cowboy going to tell y'all what I think about this thing. Took a nice cut there. Medium draw. Not bad. Got a little cocoa. Some creaminess. Sweet tobacco there on the cold draw. So we ain't gonna mess around, man. I hope everybody's having a great day. Cowboy's trying to hurry and get through this review for you guys, man. Give y'all my take on the LCA for this month. Then Cowboy gonna find him something else to get into. All right. Like I say, man, I'm always interested, man, when the LCA sticks come out, man, to get on the scavenger hunt, to go out and look for something different, man. You know, I know some people don't enjoy that, but I do. Pretty cool for me. Wow. Quite a bit going on right up front. Definitely got some retro. Definitely on the retro, I should say. We got some pepper, some sweet tobacco, some cedar there. I'm getting a cocoa creaminess in the cigar already. Nice earthiness there. A pretty deep earthiness for me right off the bat. And I failed to mention that this thing is dressed as a Nicaraguan Peru. I think it's Habano Nicaraguan rapper, and the fillers are also Nicaraguan. And I am going to say if AJ Fernandez has anything to do with this, of course, those tobaccos came from AJ Fernandez's factory. Most of you guys that watch me for a while know how I feel about AJ Fernandez, so we're going to see what happens. And already I can tell you when I look at that wrapper, I got a nice, right on that seam there. It's going to do a little something for the construction for me. I mean, it's holding on, but we're going to see what happens. A lot of times when you're doing a cut, you got to pay attention to how you're cutting the cigar. You want to pay attention to the way your seams are running, the way the veins are running, because if you make a mistake and cut the cigar a certain way, depending upon how you're cutting it, straight cut, V cut, punch, you can go right across that seam and it could cause you some issues. So I'm hoping this is not going to be a problem. I think I caught that with that V cut. I should have went the opposite direction with it. It wouldn't have been a problem, but we're going to smoke this thing anyway. So like I said, deep retro. That's a black and a white pepper, a creaminess along with cedar, sweet tobacco core. Picking up a little bit of nutmeg there, I think. So, Cowboy's gonna continue to smoke this thing down, man. We'll get down through it a little bit. I'll come back and let y'all know where we at. Cigar opinion is at work, baby. Here we are with the 6x50 Toro, the Cigar Clowns, the Ronald or the Ron, the June LCA joint from Provider by AJ Fernandez. As you can see, I don't have the perfect burn going there. The cigar is not smoking bad. Like I say, the one issue that I got is with the wrapper right there. That's gonna do a little something for the score, but it's not causing any issues with the smoke. The cigar has a very nice draw to it. I'm having a little bit of a difficult time trying to pick out the flavors because the flavors are not constant. They're kind of moving around, you know, so you got to be careful because you might miss something. I'm going to say that there is a little bit of complexity to the cigar. I'm going to say right now that the cigar is smoking medium throughout, strength, body, and flavor. I'm picking up a coffee. I'm picking up a dark woodiness there as well. On that retro, it's a dark cedar and a white pepper with some creaminess there. I'm not getting really any black pepper like I was getting at the first point on the cigar. It's got a semi-sweet tobacco core. Cigar has a nice bready note to it. Kind of a thick bready note. And it's a full mouth coating on the mouth. You know, the smoke is like a heavy smoke. And I'm also getting and I'm not really crazy about the note most of the time, but I'm getting a slight green, sweet vegetable note in the cigar as well. Got some earthiness there too, and the earthiness now is more of a sweet, dry earth. But an easy smoking cigar, cool smoking cigar. I'm hoping that that burn catches up with itself, and I'm hoping that that wrapper, that the problem that we got there at the tip is not going to cause me a problem. But otherwise, man, a sleek looking cigar, nice shiny wrapper. It's got a rustic look to it, you know, just a rough looking cigar, but tasty so far. And I'm just drinking a little ginger ale this evening. Nothing special. So we're gonna smoke this thing on down some more. See where we at. Cowboys enjoying. The Cigar Clowns, the Ronald, the June LCA for Privada by AJ Fernandez. In the first third, I was wondering where this cigar was going to take me, but I tell you what, man. Second portion of the cigar, the flavors really begin to amp up. There's quite a bit of complexity going on here with the cigar. That retro is just a very nice sweet cedar. A tad bit of white pepper. No black pepper right now at all for me on the retro. It's got a nice heavy smoke profile to it. Heavy smoke feel to the mouth. I get a sweet dry earthiness. A nice cinnamon note. Cocoa. The creaminess I'm getting is more like a coffee cream mix. The chocolate has really picked up in the cigar. I mean, the chocolate is kind of like in the forefront. Very nice chocolate notes. Very tasty, man. For me. I'm getting like as far as the spices go, it's more like a baker's spice for me. It's got a very nice bakery type aroma to it. And I'm gonna say right now that medium plus now on the strength. The mouthfeel has jumped up to medium plus for me. And I'm gonna say also medium plus there on the flavors. The flavors are moving around pretty good there. Like I say, that chocolate is very nice. And I really like the way that the flavors coat the palate. Some really decent complexity to the cigar. Like I say, it's a rugged looking cigar. Not a perfect burn. That cigar was holding a pretty nice ash there for me. The ash held on pretty good. About 1.5 inch ash. Like I say, the only problem I got is with that split right there in the wrapper. But it's not giving me any issues as far as smoking the cigar. I'm just nursing it a little bit. That is gonna do something, like I said, for the score, and maybe that had a lot to do with me cutting it with my shades on. But Cowboy's gonna score it true. But as far as the tasty notes on the cigar, I'm really enjoying it. Still got a pretty nice feel in the hand. As we smoke the cigar is getting a little bit shiny there on the wrapper. But we're gonna smoke it on down and get close to the band. Somewhere it's about, and Cowboy's gonna come back and give y'all my final thoughts and my final score on the June LCA. Alright, family. Here we are. Be back with this June LCA joint from Privada. The Ronald by the Cigar Clowns, made by AJ Fernandez. Now, I told you guys the only problem I had with that was that crack in that wrapper. Now, that's surprising for me, coming from AJ Fernandez. You know, I'm an AJ Fernandez fanatic. That's not a problem that I usually have with AJ Fernandez cigars. But it's a very tasty cigar. The burn concerned me in the beginning, but the burn has been wavy. It's been up and down, but I did have no relights. Didn't have to touch it up. The burn kept catching up with itself. It kept holding a pretty nice ash. I'm really digging the band on these LCA sticks, man. I like the band. I like the creativity of the bands. As far as the flavor notes go, man, I think that this is a must try. Being that it's a limited cigar, just like all the LCAs are limited. Not many of these out there, so if you guys gonna get your hands on one to try, I say it's a must try. On that retro, the retro has stayed constant. I still got that nice sweet cedar note, tad bit of white pepper on the retro. Still picking up that dry earthiness. I'm really digging the chocolate note on this cigar. It's a milky chocolate for me. Very nice mouth coated. I got that hazelnut creaminess going. Begin to pick up as I get down to the last portion of this, a little bit of brininess on the cigar as well. The flavors definitely changed for the better. I'm gonna say that this cigar has finished medium to full on the strength, medium plus on body, and I'll go medium plus on the flavors. Tasty cigar for me. I will make sure that the next time I smoke this, and I will, because I will have a couple more to smoke, that I pay attention to how I cut it, and hopefully that doesn't happen to me again as far as the wrapper goes. But as Cowboy scores this cigar, on my scale of 1 to 10, we give the construction a 8.5. I'm gonna give the burn a 9. We give the flavors a 8.5. The body, I've been playing around with the score on the body. I'm gonna go ahead and give the body a score of an 8. And for complexion and transition, has some very nice complexion and transition to the cigar in my opinion. I give complexity and transition an 8 as well. When I tally all that up, that gives the Ronald, the June LCA by Privada, an overall score of an 8.4. And on my scale of 1 to 10, that makes this a great cigar. Another good LCA stick from Privada. Not all of them have been as great. Out of the ones that we've had over the last 6 months, this is definitely one of the tastier cigars that I've had. So you guys go out and try that 6x50 Toro, the Ronald from Privada. And like I said, all I'm drinking today is a little bit of ginger ale. Goes nice with the cigar. So, this is Cowboy. I'm gonna get out of here and enjoy the rest of my day. I expect you all to do the same. And that's my take on it. Peace.